Good afternoon. Welcome back to another video from Donnie's Kitchen. Hello everybody. I hope you have a wonderful blessed Sunday. How are you all doing? And the time now is 3:33 p.m. here in Donnie's Kitchen, and today is July 9th, 2023. This is what I'm making for dinner. What's for dinner is a Sunday meal, which is going to be ribs, cabbage, cornbread, which is already made by Jiffy Corn Box. I'll show you the box in a minute or so. And then my baked macaroni and cheese finally. So it's been a while since I've done a video in Donnie's Kitchen. I've been super duper busy. Hamilton's in the background enjoying his Sunday, his day off, which is today. And I have to go to work later on tonight. So yes, today's video is just going to be a Sunday meal, but this is a slash belated 4th of July meal splat with Sunday meal, so it's in a mixture of both. Because last week 4th of July I had to work, but Hamilton had off, which I didn't have time to really cook, so we did a order out, which was, I think we did Leo's here in Michigan, so that was pretty good. And I just had some chicken fingers with French fries. I'm such like a big kid, so yeah, so this is the video that I've already started on. I already started on my cornbread. So this is the cornbread here I already made. It's cooling down, and I'll show you the box. And then, oh, here it is. And this is the American's favorite box Jiffy corn mix, corn muffin mix. This is, you use 1 egg, you use 1/3 cup of milk, but I just eyeball it because I've been doing it for so many years. And I do a couple of tablespoons of sugar, regular white granulated sugar. So this is what I use, and you put it on 400, which I already did, to my oven. It takes about a good 15 to 20 minutes to make. It depends on your muffin pans, and you fill it up to 2/3 cups full of the muffin mix, and you mix it up really good with your batter with a fork, or you can use a whisk to mix it up. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Mix it up with. And that is that. And for the macaroni cheese, I definitely use my Nestle Carnation evaporated milk. So I'm putting this into my mixture now. And my noodles, I use the medium shells. I used a box and a half, and I used the whole carnation of this for my milk. And then the pimentos, which I already showed you in my haul. I'm going to show you now. But this is in a 4-ounce fluid ounce jar of this. This is the pimentos. They come like in a little, in this jar, but like in a red, tiny bite-sized pimentos. And if you use this before October 2024, which I already used. And this is the cheese that I use. The Kraft Natural Sharp Cheese. I usually get 2 bags, but I already got a big bag for like $10 when I went grocery shopping last week at my local grocery store that I shop at. So you can definitely use this. It gives you about 8 ounces of cheese in here, or so you can get 2 bags of these, or you can get like a real big bag which has up to like 8 cups, and that's like $10, maybe more, whichever your local grocery store has or supermarket. And then I just use the carnation milk. These are the shells I use. I'll show you that now. So this is the shells. This is the medium shells right here. And it's in a 16-ounce size with 1 pound. So this is what I use. Hamilton went to the grocery store earlier, so I had to really wait on some stuff. So I had to wait on him to come back with some things. And then I just sprinkle in some granulated ground black pepper into my mix. Now you're going to use a big mixing bowl with your evaporated milk, your half bag of cheese, then you're going to use your milk, a little bit of black pepper, your noodles. Let your noodles cook for about 15-20 minutes or so, not too long. Just do a test taste. I did 2 test tastes just to make sure that they're a good amount. They taste very soft and good, because it's going to go in your oven. You want to turn your oven on to like 350, 375. So preheat your oven now as you're mixing your macaroni cheese, your baked macaroni cheese. So give me 1 second. just going to grab a spoon, mix this very, very well. And your cheese is going to melt, so that's okay. But then you're going to add some more cheese to it too. So then you're going to add just a little bit of more of ground black pepper. Okay, so let's add some more cheese to this now. I'm just going to add this, not the whole bag, but yeah, I might as well do the whole bag. So you want to take the rest of your cheese, shredded cheese back into your mixture. Because what you're going to do, you're going to also get 1 block or 2 blocks of the Colby Jack cheese. That's what I use. I just use the 1 block of Colby Jack cheese, or the sharp, the sharp cheese. But sometimes I go back and forth. But what's on sale is for my budget, for my wallet. But do whatever you want for you and your budget, your kitchen, your way, for your family, okay? And also check too in the back of sometimes of these packages, they have some pretty good recipes, so definitely try it out. This one is called the spinach bacon macaroni and cheese. Ooh, that sounds good. So I might definitely cut this out and look at it and make it for Hamilton and I one of these days, you know, before summer ends. Now I'm going to add just a tad bit more of my ground black pepper, just a little bit, just sprinkle it in just a little bit. So you all can finally see how I make my macaroni and cheese, because I've been wanting to show you all so bad. It's just been so much going on. So I just mix it all well, very good. Like I said, it's going to melt just a tad bit, so that's okay. Then you're going to set this aside just for a second or so. I'm going to show you how also too how to make cabbage. How to cut up the cabbage and put it into the skillet too. So I'm going to get this out the way, push this back. Okay. So okay. So that's there. Alright, so with your bowl, this is for the cabbage. So I set this right here. I don't have much counter space, as you know. So God bless me, excuse me. And you want to also too spray your 8 by like 11 pan, a dish pan, or get a 9 by 13 dish pan, or whatever glass pan that you have. Make sure it's deep sized. So you're going to just pour just a little bit of your mixture in here, layer it, so that way, you know, you can put some cheese, some shredded cheese on top of here. And I'm just putting a good amount on here. I'm just layering it. There should be about 2 or 3 layers. So far we're on at 1 layer so far, so 2 more to go. Alright, so that's good for the first layer. Okay, so that's good for that layer there. And this is the Colby Jack cheese that I love to use for my macaroni cheese, and sometimes I use sharp. So I like my macaroni cheese very, very cheesy. So Hamilton had my macaroni cheese before when we first started dating.
I love it.
Like within that 6th month or 3rd month, I made him a really good meal. Well, what I did was I actually cooked Thanksgiving meal. When we first started talking, but that was like about a good 2 months or 3 in that process that we was talking. And as you heard him in the background saying he loved it. So this is what I do for it. So this is what I do. And I just put the shredded cheese on top of it, just to make sure I get all the edges. As you can see how I'm doing it, just spread the cheese all around. That's just the first layer. So this is going to be the second layer. Okay, so this should be the second layer. Woo. All right. Okay. Oh, this is so good. So this is a whole lot of it. I'm just going to just... And I just spilled some of the macaroni cheese, but that's okay. So this is it. So next time when you do your macaroni and cheese, please use a bigger dish pan than I do. I don't know why I keep using this small, but it's just so convenient. I really do like using this pan, so just make sure you squish it on down with your macaroni and cheese. Yes, definitely use a deeper pan than do not use a half-mild like wave pan. Use a deep dish. I do have a deep dish, but I just conveniently in our kitchen. So, but this macaroni and cheese is still going to be good. I like to use a lot of noodles, as you can tell, because I like a lot of toppings, like not toppings, but like cheese added on. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that cheese. And then this is the cheese that I already shredded, because sometimes it's good to always shred like your own cheese. And like I always tell you, make sure you have a nice, clean dishwater with hot water and soap. Definitely make sure you have that already going. So I'm kind of started late, not late for dinner, but I kind of am, kind of not in a way. So you want to just take your cheese that you already shredded on top, so that way this will melt. So please don't do what I do. Don't do this. Do as I say, but don't do as I do. If that makes sense. So make sure you definitely have a deep pan for your macaroni and cheese, or you can, get that disposable, pans that you get from like the Dollar Tree, the big pans, aluminum pans you can just toss, throw away after after everybody's done getting their good delicious stuff that you cooked. Definitely do that. That's a good idea too, because they're only like $1.25, during the holidays and stuff like that. So you can start I would start getting my stuff now, because I like to do that, because that way when that time comes, I'm gonna put the other cheese in here, so that way I can have cheese already shredded, and I can just put this on top of my macaroni and cheese, because I normally make my macaroni and cheese too for the holidays, like for October, November, toward like Thanksgiving time is when I really make my macaroni and cheese. That's the only time I really make it, and Christmas. Thanksgiving and Christmas is the only time that I do make my macaroni and cheese. So as you see, it's a process, but it don't take that long to make it. You just cooking your noodles into a nice pot, with some water, hot water. Make sure your water is definitely hot, and let it boil, and then add a couple of sprinkles of salt to your boiling water. And then after your water is being boiled, add your noodles and let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes tops, like al dente, since you're going to cook it into the oven. So my oven is preheated to about like 350, 375. I say about 350. You want to just add this right on in here. And that's going to be so delicious. So let me clean up or so, and I'll be right back. I'm back. So I wanted to let you know what I use for my ribs, for my seasoning, and yes. Okay. So this is I haven't used this in a while. This is the Hickory Original Recipe by Kojing, but you can probably find this at your local Walmart, maybe Target. This is indoor oven and outdoor grilling, for the summer. So if you're doing grilling on the outside of your home, this is the liquid smoke that I use for my ribs. But since I'm doing it inside, because we don't have a grill, so once we move by next year, Hamilton and I, hopefully we'll have a nice grill, grill accessories to come with it, and table and all that good stuff. But that's what I use for my ribs after I season my meats. And then of course my to-go is my onion powder, my garlic powder, my Lori's seasoned salt, and my Kingsford garlic and herbs all-purpose seasoning, a rustic Tuscan style for chicken, ribs, for shrimp if you want to use this on steak. I use this on my steak sometimes too when I make my steak. Yeah, but those are my seasonings for my ribs. I gotta take my ribs out the refrigerator because they've been marinating for a good hour or so. So I let them marinate for a good, can I talk? I let them marinate. Excuse me. Let me say it right and slow down. I marinate my ribs for about 1 to 2 hours, so that way it can get, the seasoning can marinate together, and my liquid smoke can get all in my seasonings. And sometimes I use a fork to pinch my ribs too, the way the seasonings can get into my ribs even more. And I just cover it with a plastic wrap all over it and let it be in the fridge for a good 2 hours. So let's do our cabbage. So we're going to take the cutting board and use this for the cabbage, and you're going to use a cast iron skillet for your cabbage, okay?
So, the guy did fish shredder 90, did COLBY 90, black season armor.
And this is a good sized cabbage. You can get a small one, a medium one, a large one. But this is about a good medium whole cabbage that Hamilton bought at the grocery store. I didn't do a haul on it because it's just a very small, limited mini grocery that he went to earlier today. So this is the cabbage. He got this. And what else he got? He got a container of my favorite juice by Minute Maid, is the strawberry lemonade. I'm telling you, it's so good. I'm telling you, you will not regret on buying it. I love it. That's one of my favorite drinks to drink when I don't drink soda or have soda at the time. This juice and water is what I normally drink, you know. So I'm trying to cut back on drinking a lot of soda. So, and then he bought me a 2 liter of Fago by Moon Mist. And what else he bought? And he bought a half a gallon of milk because I needed it for the cornbread. And what else did he buy? He bought something else and some other few things. He bought milk, the juice, the soda, oh, the cheeses. Yes, he bought the bag of cheese, which is this right here, and then he bought that block of cheese, also by Kraft. So, and that was it. And he spent about $20 and like 80 cents. So he did very well. So I'm very proud of him about that. And I have some exciting news. I'm so grateful and blessed to see my friend. She's coming to Michigan in 6 months. I can't wait to see her. Her and her husband are gonna be living here. I can't wait to see you, friend. I miss you. I can't wait to see you. You know who you are, so I can't wait to see you. So let's get on with the video. So what I'm gonna do is just take some of the cabbage that's already bad looking. I'm just taking just a few of the sleeves off. So that's what you want to do when you have your cabbage. I normally cook greens, but it's just greens is going to take too long, so I'll have to cook greens another time, so you can see how I make my greens also as well. And so you want, wow, wasn't it? You want to take you a good sharp knife, okay, and make sure it's sharpened and really good. Good Lord. I'm not the world's best cutter, so sometimes I have Hamilton help me do this, but sometimes I got to do stuff on my own. Whew, that wasn't too bad. Okay, so now you're going to get like a little bit of the peel of the cabbage, okay? So then, you want to take your colander and whatever you have left on your cutting board, just put it into your colander, because you're going to rinse off your cabbage anyway. So, then since you're doing that, after you're doing that, cutting the core off, you're going to take, God, Lord, it takes strength to cut a cabbage. Jesus. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. So, there's a core. I think. Oh, here's the core is on here, but the core is not really on here. But I'm gonna still cut this cabbage though. So I'm just gonna take this off. Okay, so that's off, and then I'm just gonna just chop it. Okay, just chop it anyway. Don't matter if it is small pieces, medium pieces, because you're gonna cook the cabbage anyway. So you just take your time cutting your cabbage. Yes, I'm so excited. My friend and her husband to come to Michigan. I'm so excited to see them. I can't wait to see them. So that's gonna be awesome to see them, because they're coming from my hometown, California. Los Angeles, California is my hometown where I was born and raised. So they're coming from my hometown to live here in Michigan. And once they get here, I hope they like Michigan. They may not like the weather, but you know, who knows. But this is how I chopped my cabbage. You put it all in your colander. Yeah, so we're going to show them some places and stuff, you know. And hopefully by then, within 6 months, we can get the time off. Hamilton and I get the time off from our jobs, because, you know, we have very demanding jobs right now. So you all know that, you know, from previous videos. So you want to just continue to cut your cabbage. You want to cut all your cabbage, not just half of it. You want to do the whole entire thing. But what I normally do first, easy, is cut up the one half of cabbage that's not don't have a core in it. That's what I like to do first. Get that one out the way, and I just cut it in chunks. That's all you're doing, is cutting your first cabbage into chunks. Yep. And this dinner, I started kind of early. I had to wait on some stuff, you know, prepare the cornbread and to prepare the macaroni and cheese. And the macaroni and cheese don't take long in the oven. It takes about a good, put it on about 350, 375. It takes about a good 20-30 minutes to cook, because you want the cheese to melt. So let's check on the macaroni and cheese now. Oh yes, it is melting so good. So that's one thing you want to do, is you want to get your block of cheese, you know, sharp cheese, Colby Jack cheese, whatever cheese you like. If you like to use Swiss cheese, you can do Swiss cheese. You can do mozzarella cheese. You know, some people do mozzarella cheese, Swiss cheese, and then they do like sharp cheddar cheese. But this is how my family does it, so I'm showing you how my family does it. We use Colby Jack cheese with sharp cheese when we do our macaroni and cheese, and then the little jar, the 4-ounce jar that I showed you a couple of weeks ago in the haul, and I showed you today in the video, where it's just a small 4-ounce jar of the pimentos, little red pimentos. They look like diced tomatoes, but they're not. They're just, and they're not spicy. They're very mild. They taste really good into your macaroni and cheese. So I normally would get 1 jar or 2 jars, but I just got 1 jar. So I'm gonna get a couple more jars too. When Hamilton and I have our date night, our date date at Walmart Friday. So that's normally we can do that. That's the only time we can really spend time with each other, because we work the rest of the week. So, you know, it's hard for us to make time for one another, but we definitely do make time for one another, for sure. To spend some R&R time. And you want to make sure that core is completely out. So you want to take the core out. It may take you a minute, but take your time. Have patience with taking the core out. Sometimes you may have to recut it, or get a smaller knife to make sure it's all the way down. There it goes. See, that core part is out. This is the core part I was telling you about. That's the core. So you want to definitely throw that out. And then now you want to start cutting the rest of your cabbage. Okay. So continue on with cutting your cabbage. And this is the prep wise in doing the cabbage. Hamilton and I, we like cabbage. It's pretty good. It's pretty healthy for you. but I do like my greens. But like I said, during the holidays is the only time I kind of make my greens. But on the summertime, I don't make my greens. It's too hot. I don't know. I'm not making no soul food meal in the summertime. We mostly. Oops. Okay. Sometimes my knife falls, but that's okay. I go on using a knife, so I'm not picking it up right now because it's right by my. But I'll get it up in 1 second. It's not hurting me or anything like that. I don't have any kids. If we had kids touching that knife, it'd be already up and already in their sink. So it's just me in the kitchen. Of course, I make my mess. You know, I'm not perfect. My kitchen's not gonna be perfect. I'm a regular, normal woman that loves to cook for me and my hubby. And we cook together. So we're gonna do a video of that pretty soon. So that's gonna be a surprise. That's all I can say. We're gonna pick the meal. We're gonna cook it together. So that's all I can say. I don't know what meal it is, so you'll be surprised when you see the video. So, all right, I'm almost done cutting up this cabbage. It's taking me a minute here. Oh wow. So, but like, take your time in cutting the cabbage. And I just want to say, before I continue on, thank you all so much. I'm taking the time out for just a minute or so to tell you all thank you so much for subscribing to Donnie's Kitchen. God bless you. It means the world to me when you do so much. You do not understand. I'm so grateful and blessed to have you all in my community and also in this channel. So if you have family and friends that are looking for some new recipes, tell them all about Donnie's Kitchen. Hit that notification bell so you will never miss an upload with recipes from me from Donnie's Kitchen. Just continue on. I just wanted to tell you all that because you all mean so much to me. Thank you so much for who you all are. I appreciate you all and I love you all very, very much. On the moon and back. Yeah. So, this one, I may not. It was kind of hard. Sometimes you have pieces like this. I just take the one piece out and continue to cook with the other pieces. And just definitely let's continue on to subscribing to Donnie's Kitchen. And yes, let's definitely keep this channel going. And I'm so grateful and blessed to have this channel because I wanted to do a second channel because I already have my first channel, my first love, you know, is makeup, is making women have more confidence in themselves. Of course, me too, you know, because I didn't have that much confidence in myself when I was younger either. So, but now I'm older woman now. I have confidence in myself and my ability of how I look when I go in the stores or whichever, or if I'm just running errands, taking care of business. I still like to present myself very, very well and look, you know, presentable, you know, as a woman. You know, I just love doing that for myself, you know, and also for Hamilton when we do go out to places. We have our date night, you know, ladies, you know. All right, let me get the knife up. It's been down here for a while now. I'm going to get it up. So, all right. I'm not going to cook for another 5 to 7 more minutes, and then that will be done. Okay. And then you also too, you want to clean as you cook. Make sure you have a nice boiling hot water to your skillet with your sink stopper, whichever you use to clean up with your dishes with. I normally have one, but I think I lost. I think I threw it away on an accident when I was in my mode of cleaning. Knowing me, I did. So I know, right? So. Alright, since this is done, it's all cut up, as you can tell, into pieces, however pieces you want. It does not matter. It can be a big pieces, small pieces, whichever medium pieces, because it's going to cook right into your skillet. So it's gonna cook down like how you do greens, ladies and guys, you know. So you want to just take some water first. Then I normally just take this right here. I just rinse this cabbage off really, really good. You're going to have a little bit of water into your cabbage, so that's okay because it's going to cook, you know, it's going to cook it all down. So you definitely want to make sure your cabbage is rinsed off. And even though it's already rinsed from the grocery stores, you know, after they dry it and put a plastic wrap, cover it up, put a price on it, or whichever. Yeah, so. Alright, so now I'm letting my macaroni cheese cook for just a few more minutes, like I said, 5 to 7 minutes or less. So let's continue on with this. So I want to turn on my skillet, as you can see it. It's not that high, about good medium heat for my cabbage. You also want to take some, if you have like any bacon oil or that you cooked with just a few days ago, you want to save that bacon grease. Put just a little bit here into your skillet, but first let your skillet heat up just a little bit, you know, a little bit more for just a minute or so. While that's heating up, let's put back up our seasonings. But I wanted to let you know about my seasonings, what I use with for my ribs. That's what I use. This here, right here. Okay. And then once you open this liquid smoke up, you want to put it into the refrigerator so it won't go bad. Be right back. Then I'm gonna use some of my barbecue sauce. I'm gonna use the rest of that. So now I'm gonna put my cornbread muffins on here. Take them out here. Put them on here. This is really good forward. And I did one as a test taster, so I'm gonna eat that one real quick before everything is done. So what you want to do is with your muffin pan, spray in a little bit of canola oil spray, cooking spray. Just a little bit, that's all you need. Whatever muffin, cupcake liners you want to use, whichever's totally up to you. Fill them up to like two-third cup, halfway full. And yeah, let's taste it. Let's use a knife first. Okay, so you want to get a butter knife. Here, right here. Okay, and right here. Okay, so you want to do this. This is just a test taster, so thank God I just eat the top of it. Real good. I like my cornbread edges on the edge of the cornbread muffins when I make them. I like them a little bit crunchy, but not too crunchy and too hard. This turned out pretty good. So, one second. That's why I call this one a test taster. Other ones look so good. They look really good, as you can tell. They're still medium, warm, soft. As your butter to them, cut them in half, put your butter in them. So good. Right back. I'm gonna get this from the Hamilton. Alright, I'm back. So, like I said, you want to make sure you have some hot boiling water, whatever is your favorite dish soap in your kitchen that you use. You want to make sure you have that. Okay. And these, well, I'm gonna do a tour, but I just wanted to just tell you about these. I got these jars from my old grocery store that Hamilton and I worked at. They're red, but I'm gonna change these. I'm gonna get some clear ones from Dollar Tree because I'm making everything clear, like white in here in the kitchen. So it's gonna be a tour after I get everything done together, which I still have not done what I wanted to do in the kitchen because I've been so busy working. And yeah, so now these are just my test tasters with forks and spoons in here. So I'm gonna get the spoon. right here. Okay. So now that my skillet is warm, hot enough, excuse me, I'm gonna take my spoon here, add a couple tablespoons. That's one. That's two. That's all you need for your cabbage made, but let's do half, okay? So you want to hold on to that bacon grease that you, let's say for example, that you cooked like 2-3 days ago. Put it into a plastic container with a fitted lid. Put it in the refrigerator. Put like a label, like I always tell you all, use a label maker. You can use a label maker, or you can use your own label. Put whatever what it is that you know what it is, so that way nobody else in your family in your home won't, use it or anything else. So yes, you want to definitely keep it in a container, tight lid like this, and put it in the fridge. All right, so just the oil is getting heated up now. It's there. All right, so now that your counter is wiped off, your dishes is clean, you have your hot boiling water for your dishes. Your dishes is soaking into your into your sink, excuse me. Okay, now it's time to add your cabbage. And with the cabbage, hold on one second. Okay. So now with the cabbage, I just put this in here. So that's why you always want to add just enough oil just to get it, good. And you're gonna let that melt it down. So then now you want to add just a little bit of water and a little bit of oil, more oil too as well. Not too much, just enough. So we're going to use this jar. We're going to add just a little bit of water to it. We added like 4 ounces of water. You always want to keep this jar too, in case you want to add, the water to your cabbage. Okay, so now I use my same seasonings that I use for my meat, chicken, my ribs, steak. But sometimes I use steak seasoning for just my steaks. But I use these two to mix it in together, or I use my own seasonings, which I showed you in a few videos, but I'll bring it down again so you can write it down if you like. I call this my garlic, no, not this one. Yeah, this is the one I got from Dollar Tree, the jar and the seasoning. I put it inside here, but I make my own seasoning, like with garlic, granulated garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and a little bit of paprika granulated in there, and mix it all together. And that's my own seasoning that I use for my steak sometimes. So, but this is garlic and pepper from Dollar Tree. This is the container from Dollar Tree too. So Dollar Tree has some pretty good seasonings too. So you can definitely get your seasonings like at Dollar Tree. There's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes I do. I get my seasonings from there sometimes too. So I put my own crushed red pepper flakes inside here, and I put a little bit in my hand, about like that much. in here to spice it up just a little bit of the cabbage, not too much of it. Okay, I'll put that right there. And now I'm going to get some butter. I'll be right back.
One more time.
And this is my imperial butter that I, not butter, I should not stop right now. This is like vegetable oil, and I'm going to use another spoon. Okay. Another taster spoon. I put about 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of butter into my cabbage, and then that's it. I don't really put that much. That's about all I put in there, so it can get its flavor in there. I gotta take my macaroni and cheese out, but this is definitely done. Been in there over 30 minutes. So, but like with this is this is the macaroni and cheese is my mom's and my grandparents' family recipe. So I'll leave it in the description box below again, so that way you can follow step by step. But if you like to put your own spin to it, you definitely can. You know, because some people use egg in their macaroni and cheese. We don't in our family. And this is the macaroni and cheese. Have some. Okay, I'm gonna let the macaroni and cheese cool down some, and we're gonna taste some before I serve it to Hamilton and also before I go to work, because I'm making this dinner now before I go to work, because I have to go to work in a few more hours. So, yep, that's okay. All right, so since this is, sorry to shake you all, I apologize. All right. So now, since my cabbage is going down, it's wilting down. Oh, it smells so good in here. So let it wilt down some more. Let it wilt on down. Okay. It should take about 20 to 30 minutes on the cabbage. So while the cabbage is cooking still, you want to take some of your granulated garlic powder to your cabbage. Okay. Take about that much. Wait, all right, so then my onion powder, and I want to take an oven mitt. So this cast iron stove is very hot. So you let it wilt down. Like I said, it takes about a good 20-30 minutes to let this wilt down. You got a good amount of water, so you want to let the water too dissolve. So that's what you want to do. You want to let it dissolve, and it takes a minute for the water to dissolve out of it. So. And I need a towel. Oh, sorry. Okay. I'm having a hard time with my computer today. Hold on one second. All right. All right. All right, we'll be back when the cabbage is melted down. Be back. I'm back. So I put my hair in a somewhat like bun. That's kind of crazy, I just but because it's hot. I'm cooking. I'm almost done cooking. I gotta do the ribs now, but I want to just do a test taste with the macaroni and cheese. Holy cannoli. Woo. It's good. So let's do taste first. Now I'm gonna taste it. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. That's good. That's so good. I gotta let Hamilton taste some, so he won't feel left out. Oh, you let me out. So, yeah. You just heard him from the background. It's so spoiled. That's alright. Us women spoil our men, right? I do. He spoils me real good, so I can complain. I'm truly blessed and grateful to be marrying him pretty soon. In a few more weeks, we'll be Mr. and Mrs. Martindale. This is my last one and forever and always. So I'm done. No more. No more marrying. This is my last one, but I'm faithful, blessed to marry my soulmate. We're faithful to one another. So it's kind of getting melted down with the cabbage. So, and then I just rinsed off the fork. Now, when the cabbage is done melting down, dissolving with the water and welting down, not melting, I gotta stop saying that, welting down, it's gonna turn a certain color. So let it turn a certain color that you want, and then it's gonna get real soft. And if you want to pull it now, you can. But Hamilton and I like to eat our cabbage kind of soft, but like not too soft, but soft enough where it'll still taste good. So I just gotta add some salt, pepper, not pepper, but salt to this, because I added the onion powder, garlic powder as you've seen, and then I added a few sprinkles of the crushed red pepper flakes. I'm adding just a little bit of salt to this. That's good enough, because you want to let people, you want to add salt to it, and then you want the people to add their own salt after when it's done, so that way you can have salt to your food when you serve it to your family. And that's how you make cabbage. So let this cook some more, okay? And I gotta give Hamilton some macaroni and cheese so he can taste a little bit of it. I'll put this right here. The macaroni and cheese is still hot, so I'll be right back. I got double thumbs up for the macaroni and cheese, and he haven't tasted cabbage yet, because he tasted my cabbage a couple times before, but this is like my third time making cabbage, and I really like making cabbage, because it's easier to cook. It takes no more than less than an hour. It takes like 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes to make the cabbage, because you gotta let the cabbage wilt down, and then it'll change its color to like, it'll be like the light color as you cut it and rinse it off and put it to your cast iron skillet. You have to use a cast iron skillet, or you can use a Dutch oven cast iron as well. That's a cast iron, but this is about a 12-inch cast iron. I have another one, and that's a 10-inch, and then I have another one that's like a 9 or 8-inch square cast iron skillet. but that's for hamburgers and steaks. But I'm gonna get another one that's the same size as that, the square one, cast iron, and it has lines in it where it'll make your meat look real nice when you serve it to your family. So look out for that video coming. It's coming this Friday, so it's coming this week when I can't do a shopping with me at Walmart, because you know why? Because with our state here in Michigan, we can't vlog in our stores because we don't, because like with our camera, of course, it gets employees and customers, so I can't do that, and I don't want to do that, and I don't want to get in trouble. So we'll just shop, Hamilton and I shop in Walmart, and we'll come home and let you all know what we bought at Walmart, and then if it's a meal, I'll cook a meal for that day. So it's about 4:46 p.m. here, still here in the victim in Donnie's kitchen. So sorry, in Donnie's kitchen. I hope you're liking this video. Give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Please tell your family and friends all about a new YouTube channel called Donnie's Kitchen with some awesome, amazing recipes. Down to my mom, to her mom, to my mom, and then to my family, my grandparents, and my aunts and uncles that cooked. And when I was little, that's how they showed me. Since I was 3 years old, they would look over the counter. And every year, I always like to cook and be in the kitchen with the women, because I know I'm a girl. You know, I was a girl. I am a girl. Sorry. But growing up for us and our family with my cousins and I, we had to learn how to cook, because when we get married and God bless us with our husbands, which they already have, which God already has, we wanted to learn how to cook. We want to learn how to cook when we was little. So as teenagers, you know, we did very good. We did our first meals with our families in separate homes, and then we had to get all of us together. My family, it's about, I want to say, over 200 people, and on my mom's side and my dad's side. So when we finally all get together, it's about 500 of us or less. So, you know, so we all live in different states. So so let's continue on with the video. So I already made my cornbread already a good hour ago, and I already made my macaroni and cheese. This cabbage is about done. So let's see how it looks. Oh, it looks good. It looks so good. I just keep it in a skillet here, and the water has dissolved. Yes, it has. So that's a very good thing. And then I want to add just a tad bit more of salt, just a little bit, not too much. Then I'm going to cook the ribs, and this meal will be done. And then after I'm done eating, I have to lay down for a good hour or so, because I have to be up by 8:30, 8:45 to get dressed and ready to go to work tonight until the next morning, which is 6 a.m. So an 8-hour shift. So then I got to make a phone call just for a little bit to say hello to my friend that's coming to Michigan. I'm so excited. Can't wait to see her. I can't wait to see her and her husband. So, all right. So this is basically done. This is, so I'm trying to make room here. I'm going to put this in here. All right. This stand.
I have
This stays here. I wish I had, you know, that rubber thing that you can use to put on your kitchen counter, you know, so your food so you won't mess up your counter. I gotta just put it on a towel, my macaroni and cheese. So, cause I'm ordering some of those, you know, that you can put on when you're done cooking a meal or soup or whichever. You put it onto the rubber mat. But I got to scoop this cabbage over so I can get ready to make the meat, and then I'll be done. Ooh. Alright. Scoop this over. Keep that on like that. A good medium heat for your ribs. And the ribs been in the fridge for over an hour, at least an hour or two or more. So we're going to take this big size skillet. Okay. I had to get something off my stove. Okay. So my large skillet is clean. I already washed it. So Now we're going to pour in a little bit of olive oil, or you can use vegetable oil, but I try to use either or, it don't really matter, to let this heat up just a little bit. Okay, so now let that heat up just a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is the final step of making the meal, the ribs, and I just want to just take them out of here. Put a little bit of oil. I put just a little bit of olive oil on the meat too as well. That's just what I do, but you don't have to do that because there's already oil already into the skillet. But I like to use a little bit of oil, not too much, and use a glove, just one, because I'm holding the other with my bare hand without a glove. So. Alright, so taking this plastic off, letting this melt in, just giving it a toss, the red, go, let that go, go it, and then what I did was for the ribs, I cut them down just a little bit, so this can last us for just a few days. So we already have a meal from yesterday when we ordered from Leo's again. So yeah, so we just did that. So I had to put some of that meal into a plastic container because I knew I was cooking today. So I didn't want that to be in the way. So alright, so that is done. Okay. Now, like I always say, make sure you have some hot, soapy dish water and wash your dishes as you clean, because I love to make sure that my kitchen is clean after when I'm done or before I'm done cooking a meal, because I don't want to have a whole lot of dishes, you know, in the sink. So, okay. So today was a really great day, a blessed day, because I woke up this morning, my husband woke up this morning, we're seeing each other, so that's always a blessing. So if you all have family and friends that live with you or whichever, you know, just be grateful and blessed. And stay humble, be safe out there. If you're running errands or whichever, just be careful out there, okay? So I am almost done making this meal. It took about a good hour or so. So this video is going to be grocery orders. So not order, but grocery haul. So it wasn't that much like we normally do. We're gonna go to a store anyway this week. So you know, I mentioned it about 8-12 times, so I don't want to keep mentioning it again. I apologize. I'm just washing out my muffin pans, letting them soak. Okay, right there, just to let them soak, just to get them out the way. I want to wash my knife off first. And I think I'm gonna get I have another knife sharpener that I got from Temu. I'm gonna bring that out so I can make sure my knives are more sharpened, which they are, but I want to get them sharpened up where I'm not going to cut myself, but I just want them to be sharpened enough, you know. I'm going to get these real quick. Yeah, so I want to always, as your meal and stuff is cooking, I want to make sure your dishes are washed, so that way, or you can put them in the dishwasher if you have a dishwasher. You know, which we don't, not yet. But with God's grace and mercy, we're going to have a dishwasher, going to have a laundry room, a 3-bedroom home with 2 bathrooms, if that's possible. You know, to have our dream home. And that's really about all I really want. But I would like to have a washer and dryer on one floor because I'm scared of basements, you all. I don't know why. I'm a grown woman, grown adult. I just don't like basements for some reason. I just don't know why. Basements to me just scare me. Now, are you all afraid of basements? You know, what is your fear? That's just my other fear, but I'm not going to tell you my other fear because it's disgusting. I don't want to talk about it here on my channel, but it's that bad. I'm telling you, I have a phobic fear of it. It's just horrible to me. I don't know why, but it's just one of them fears that I have. I don't know. I just don't like it. So, yeah. Alright. And then when my friend comes too, I'm gonna introduce her to my other friends, you know, to my other girlfriends, so we all can have a girls' day, which is convenient for me and my 2 friends that work. We work different jobs in different cities, you know, and we live in different cities too. We work the same state of Michigan, but we live in different cities. So once we all can get a chance to get together before summer ends, I want us all to get together and have a nice girls' day and go to the Ann Arbor Mall, which is way better than Westland. And maybe, you know, Hamilton and my friend's husband can come with us too, you know, have guys with us because us girls, I don't like to go nowhere too far. Not saying without Hamilton, but people, you know, are just something else, you know, so you just gotta be careful, you know. So I just want to just keep us protected, you know, and safe. And as we go anywhere, so I want to make sure that my husband is with me. Not to watch what I'm doing, because he don't care, but, I mean, not like that, you know, but he just, he likes to protect me, you know, and my girlfriend, because he knows who my girlfriends are, you know, my best friend. He met my best friend a couple times while Hamilton and I was talking. He had met her. And you know what she said when she first met him? Because he was in the same, he was at a different restaurant than I was at when we first started talking. And you know what she said? She said, "That's your husband." I said, "What?" She said, "God told me to tell you that's going to be your husband." I said, "Girl, whatever." You know, I didn't pay no mind. Like a year later, that's when Hamilton asked me to be, well, a few months within that year, he asked me to be his girlfriend. And then a year later, he asked me to be his fiance. So I said yes. So I'm turning the meat over now to let it cook. And it don't take that long, but I like to cook my meat on the grill, but I don't have that type of time. I mean, I'm not off on Sundays, so I'm off on Fridays and Saturdays. And so what I'm doing is I'm just turning my ribs over. I have only one meat with the bone in it, but the rest of them has no bone in them. So I try to make sure I get my meat from Fresh Choice because they have good prices too. And my other store that Hamilton and I used to work at, they have good prices too on their meats too. But I just like to make sure I have, you know, I get my meats where we can go for shopping and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna get a little bit more barbecue sauce than what I have in that and what I have in here. I definitely want to add at least more. So my sink is clean, dishes is done, not put away but rinsed off. So now I can put my muffin tins away. Muffin pans. Call them muffin tins or muffin pans. What do you all call it? I'll call it muffin cheese sometimes. I go back and forth. It is. Oh, Jesus. Okay. 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 There's just some things I gotta move around in here. That's all. It's just overloaded stuff. All my baked goods and stuff like that. And this is just my electric mixer that hand mixer that I use sometimes when I don't get out my stand mixer. It's easier for me to grab that. When I do bake like cupcakes and stuff like that, cakes, you know, so when I make, I'm gonna do another video too on how to make dough, like pie dough, you know, dough. So that's coming up, so look out for that video. Now that is not a family recipe, that's just a video that I want to share with you all, but my other recipes are my family recipes. So I'm just letting this. You know what? I feel like I said, I want to get a bigger home that I can have room to. Whew, boy. But I make do what's due. I'm grateful and blessed to have a home to like be in, rest my head, put clothes on Hamilton's back, and food in our bellies. So I'm very grateful and blessed to have this home. So I shouldn't complain. There we go. I gotta put this over here. Okay. That's a lot better. Okay. Whew. Alright, chicken water.
Water color.
Okay, I gotta get my Kraft. Now this is what I use for my barbecue chicken, my ribs, my chicken thighs, or like chicken breast when I make barbecue. This is what I definitely use. I'm a Kraft woman. I love Kraft. Love it to death. I've been using it. My parents been using it ever since I was little. So I just grew up on Kraft. So who didn't, you know? So this does as far as July 5th, 2024. I'm using some of this today. So I gotta get this open because this may not be enough, but I hope it is. So before I open this up, I'm gonna use this first because I had this in our fridge for about like a week, and this is a good family size too. This is a not family size, or value size, family size, whichever, but it's called value size on here. This is from Walmart. This was like about $5, so I like to get these type of bottles because they last a long time in your cabinet before you open it, and then after you open it, you must put it into your refrigerator and then use it all up after, you know, when you are getting ready to make a meal. There you go. That's a lot better. I slowed it down. Okay, I apologize about that. My words. But yeah. So I'm just letting my meat cook just a few minutes more. What? It's almost done and ready. So just take your time with your meat, you know, and cook that your meat so that way you're not having no red meat. I mean, not raw meat. I'm going to say you don't want your meat to be raw serving it to your family. So take your time if you're off today or whichever. You want to make your family a nice home cooked meal like this. Just some ribs from local grocery store, and you know that is about it. So just a few pieces I gotta keep me cooked. I gotta pick up one. That was not there. It go. Okay. need add just a little tad bit more of olive oil, but not too much, just a little bit, because with the Kraft barbecue sauce, we don't have real oil. I don't know what it has. I like to add just a little bit of sprinkle of olive oil, but you can definitely use vegetable oil. So, and you remember that glass tall bottle that I had for years? I think from Family Dollar, Dollar General. But it is Hamilton.
Look me up.
Now. Sorry about that. So. Alright, so the meat is about done. Alright, so now, I normally don't take it out the skillet, I leave it just in there just like that. Now I put my barbecue sauce over it, and I turn it down just a little bit. So what you want to do is turn your skillet on low, your burner on low, I'm sorry. And add this barbecue sauce. So I may need a little bit more of barbecue sauce of this one that I just got about a couple of weeks ago from Walmart grocery haul order. I knew I wanted to use that old one first before I open up this one. I'm using just a little bit of it, not too much. Not too much of it. That's, I don't want a whole lot of barbecue sauce. There you go. I love barbecue sauce. Who don't? So, you just rub it in with your fork. Take some of the sauce from your skillet. Add the sauce right into it. Let it cook down and melt down in there. So you want to just take your time with this. Add the sauce onto your meat because you know you want to have that sticky type of feeling. So this is a cook for kind of an easy, well it's an easy meal, very easy meal. Level, easy, cuisine, American. So yeah. So as you know, I already did a test taster to my mac and cheese and cabbage. Now I should do a test taster to my cabbage now.
I don't know what to do.
And then this takes about a good minute or well, not a minute. It takes more than a minute because you want the sauce to like stick to your ribs. So after you put your sauce on here, you can definitely turn on your oven to like 375 to 400 and put your whole skillet into your oven. Let it cook for about 15-20 minutes more, and that's how you can do your ribs. Because I already had the oven on twice. I'm not gonna have it on again. This is just a quick, easy type of meal for me because like I said, I have to go to work tonight, so I can't be in the kitchen too long. I'm already getting hot, sweaty. So.
Well, I don't want to break my oven.
But. Wow, barbecue sauce is good. So I'm not gonna use that for it. Don't worry.
Well, I can't do anything.
So I'm gonna take my taster fork and taste my cabbage. But I'm gonna let you all taste them first. Mmm. That's good. Very good. I taste my cornbread. I taste the macaroni and cheese. I taste the cabbage. Now I'm letting my meat cook some more. It's cooking on low for the burner, so it's on low, medium low. And then, like I said, after you put the sauce in there, you rub it. You rub it with your fork or top. You with your fork to your sauce. Preheat your oven before you put your sauce on in your ribs or in your skillet. Preheat your oven to 375. Put the whole skillet, whole thing into your oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Check it to see if it's sticky enough, just enough, to where you and your family can use your fingers, because that's how you're supposed to use. That's how you eat barbecue. Anyway, ribs. But that's in our family. That's how we do it. But you put it in the oven for just 15 to 20 minutes on 375. Preheat your oven and put the whole thing into your oven. Let it cook, and then once you think it's about right there at the 20 minute, taste it first. Use a fork, a clean fork, and a sharp knife, like a steak knife, and taste it. Do a small little taste and see how it tastes. You're good. You're done with making your meal. Alright, so I use this for the cabbage. I'm not going to use it anymore. I have it in a sink, but I have no hot water because I gotta let the other dishes, when Hamilton and I done eating, because I have to eat now and get ready to go to work within a few hours. So this video is basically done, but before I'm done, I will do the final step of test tasting. So everything is done, so I'll be back. I gotta make Hamilton's plate. See you in a few minutes. Bye. Okay, so final step, the meal is basically done. This is how it turned out with the cabbage, mac and cheese, and the ribs. Okay, Heavenly Father God, we thank you for this day. Thank you for this meal. Thank you for the hands who prepared it. I thank you for all of the subscribers, new subscribers, everyone is looking at my YouTube channel and Donna's Kitchen. May the families and their loved ones and children have a blessed and safe day today and the week. God, we just thank you for who you are, your protection, your love in each and every one of our homes. Thank you for everybody in the world that's staying humble, being safe out there in the world. God, we just love you. In Jesus' name we ask and pray. Amen. Okay. Let's do the test taster of the meat. Now, as you've seen what I did earlier, I mixed it with the barbecue sauce and my seasonings and the liquid smoke. Not bad. That's really nice. Here. Thank you. Very good. Oh, the cabbage is good. I'm so rude. I want the cheese. For you. So good. That's my family's macaroni and cheese. I finally showed you how to make it. Definitely make it. You'll love it. Your family will love it till you make it again and again and again. But put your own spin onto it if you like. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Have a blessed and safe Sunday. Stay safe, stay encouraged, dream big to the sky with your dreams and goals intact. Definitely give this meal and this recipe a try. Definitely make it. God bless you all. I'll see you next video. Bye. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.